So you don't need a huge budget or ads to build a notary business. I will show you real ways and strategies to actually start building your business for free. So, hi, I'm Gayyell. I'm a mobile notary, wedding officiant, and a baker. So, I have multiple businesses, and I'm going to break down what works for me and how I advertise for free. So, I have a list. I'm sitting in a park today, but I have some quick references. So, if you see me looking at the phone, that's basically what I'm looking at. So, number one, Google for business profile. So, every business, no matter the type of business, should have a Google business profile. What you can do with Google Business, this is when SEO comes into place. So you definitely want to utilize your AI tools like ChatGPT, for example. You want to make sure you have mobile notary in your search. You want to have photos. You want to update weekly and ask for reviews after every appointment. So appointments that you don't get on apps, particularly like Thumbtack, for example, you want to make sure you ask those clients to leave you a review. So there's several ways of doing that. You can have a QR code ready for them to scan. That'll take them right to your Google for Business profile. You can text it to them, all depending on how you communicated with them. Make sure you send them that QR code or that link to your Google for Business profile. So again, this is where you want to really, really pay attention to your SEO. All right. Number two, Thumbtack. So Thumbtack is one of the main apps that I use, but you have to be very, very, very strategic with Thumbtacks because you don't pay for ads, but you'll pay for leads. So people are always looking for Thumbtack for all different types of business, but it gives me consistent work. Why I say that it's still a good way to advertise for free because it pays for itself if you do the right thing. So when you get a lead, you want to make sure that you are responding right away. So that one helps how you fall on the Thumbtack algorithm. So you'll show higher for people who are searching in their area because of how fast you respond and your review. So that is all important. But you want to not only respond to them on Thumbtack, you want to text or call them. I find that when people are taking a longer time to respond to me on Thumbtack, they're probably not too computer savvy. So I will definitely follow up with a call. If they don't answer the call, because I do use a New York number and I live in Nashville, I will send them a text so they know that it's not a scammer calling them because it's a New York number and they're not. A lot of people literally will say them they didn't answer because it was a New York number. So you have to be very, very strategic when it comes to them. So again, being very, very strategic when it comes to Thumbtack is such a great tool. It's how I get a lot of my jobs, but you have to be strategic. Number three, so content marketing. So you want to talk about Reels, Shorts, TikTok. I follow a lot of notaries. A lot of notaries follow me on, especially on TikTok. So you want to tell people what you do, tell people who you are, be present. This is 2025. Everyone's on social media. So you want to create reels, you want to share your knowledge or just share your day-to-day experience as a notary and let people know that this is what you do and this is where you are. So you want to do things like adding your location so people who are looking for a notary in your area can find you. If you are a RON, a remote online notary, talk about that too on your social media. So this is the easiest way to get people to find you. Use social media, word of mouth, and networking. So obviously, what I do when I get a job anywhere, I leave my card, and I also have Lady Pink Mobile Notary pens. So I give a pen and a business card. Depending on also the type of job it was, I may or may not leave a pen, but I always leave a business card. People are going to look for you again or think about you when they need a notary again, especially if you have really good customer service. Always leave your information, leave a way for them to follow up with you. Networking. I'm in a Nashville area, so I would go on Eventbrite and look for networking events in Nashville or the surrounding area so I can meet people and talk about what I do with people who are in different industries because they're going to need a notary, they're going to need a baker. I'm also a wedding officiant, so I make sure to mention that when I go to these type of networking events, I do free, no cost networking events. Usually there's a group that meets in a cafe once a month and they have 3 different locations that group meets once a month. So things like that. Networking events, talk to people. If you don't talk to people, who's going to talk about you to other people besides your mom? All right. Number 5, list on free platforms. So we're talking about Facebook, GigSalad, Nextdoor, Yelp. Yelp has free and paid ads. So you definitely want to make a Yelp profile. And I probably would say that should have been number 2. Make a free Yelp profile. If you're not paying for ads, to be honest, Yelp is not going to put you at the top of the list, but you will be on there. You will be searchable. So if someone's on Yelp looking for a notary near them, they will find you in that search. You also want to be conscious of your SEO, keywords, what you're putting on there. List all the things and all the services that you do. List them out individually so people can see they're looking for a power of attorney. You're going to come up. If they're looking to have this or that signed, you're going to come up. Okay. And a bonus tip, make yourself stackable, stack your skills. So I'm an officiant. I might tell them that I offer wedding services. I do wedding cakes. So when I'm talking to someone about officiating a wedding, I'm gonna say, "Hey, did you get your wedding cake yet?" If I'm talking to someone about doing a wedding cake, "Hey, I'm also an officiant and a notary. Do you have someone officiating your wedding?" Stack your services. If you're talking to someone with general notary work, a general you're talking to someone with a general notary work request, hey, I can also scan that for you, email it for you, or drop it off at the post office or any other carrier for you. Stack your services. So you don't need ads, you just need strategy. So use what's free, show up, be consistent, be yourself, be friendly, be kind. Customer service going along goes a long way. Be chatty, talk about something that you see. You're in someone's house. Oh, that's a pretty painting. Where'd you get it from? Be chatty. People love that. They eat it up. So watch my other video I did, how you can make $500 as a part-time notary, right here on my YouTube profile. Drop your questions below. I'll be sure to answer and respond to every comment. And again, my name is Gayyell, the Baking Notary.